Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the Microsoft flow that's going to run when somebody uploads a new image to the portal. So we'll start off and we've got our trigger. So the trigger is basically when a record is created, and that record is going to be a notes entity. So this is where we are using the portal comment to allow someone to upload their image, but it's actually creating a note. So that's the trigger. Now, what we want to do then is actually put in a condition and check to make sure that the object type that this is linked to is actually linked to a portal comment. So we're creating the note, but we want to make sure the note is linked to the portal comment. If it's not, we don't do anything, we end the flow. If it is, then what we do is we go ahead and get the portal comment record by using the regarding link from the trigger above, and that's going to be the item identifier. Now we still need to check something else to make sure that the portal comment that was created is actually has a subject of image update. So remember when we did that entity form for creating that portal comment, and we had the entity form metadata, and we said populate the subject field, and we populated with image update. That's what we're checking. So if it doesn't have that, end the flow. But we're also saying that that there's a document attached to that note as well. So we're checking those two things. If those two things are not present on that, then go ahead and stop the flow. If they are, then we're going to go through and actually walk through some more steps to go ahead and update that image. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new note, and that note we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a title of image updated. We're going to use a description with an asterisk, then web, then another asterisk. Now that is a something that is a part of the core functionality of a portal, that if the note has that in the description, it will display in the portal for the user. So we want to put that in the description so that once that image has been updated, then it will display there for them so they can see the image in a history of all of the images that they've updated. Is document is going to be yes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get the document from the trigger step, the very first step, and we're going to use the document field. The same with the file name, the same with the MIME type, and also the regarding. We're going to take the regarding from the get record field right here. So we're going to use that. Alright, so we're going to create that note. Once we've created the note, we are going to then create a file. We're going to use the file name from the create new record above, and for the file content we are going to use a code to get the document body, and I'll put that in the blog post related to this video. So meganvwalker.com, you'll be able to look at the blog and get all of the code that is needed for expressions in this flow. So once we've created the file, we're then going to use a get file content step and use the ID from the step above to basically get that file content. Then we are going to create a file in using Azure Blob Storage. Now this is a really cost-effective method for storage, or an alternative to storing all of your documents in Dynamics 365. It's a lot cheaper, and what this allows us to do is to actually create an image that has a web accessible link, meaning other people can access and actually see that image from outside of our own network. So it's not a local file or anything like that. It's not locked in SharePoint behind some kind of security. So we're going to use the folder path, and I've got an images folder that I'm using. The blob name is going to be the name from the create file step. So up here, create file for OneDrive, that's the name we're going to give the blob. The blob content is going to be the file content from the get file content step. Okay. What we're then going to do is we're going to update the record and the regarding record from the create a new record step up here. So that's what we're going to use there. Then if we go ahead and look at the rest of the fields and scroll down, we're going to go to the entity image, and we're going to basically use an expression to get the file content, the body of the file content, and update this. And this is going to convert it base to 64 binary. So we're going to convert it and put that in there. Again, that expression code will be in the blog post related to this video. And then we're going to go down to the image URL field, and we're going to use the path to where our blob storage is, and then a /, and then actually use the file name from the trigger above. So that's what we're going to be doing, and that will update the image URL field on the contact record. The last two steps are just a little bit of cleanup. So first of all, we will delete the portal comment that was the original portal comment created. And then we'll go ahead and delete the file that we created in OneDrive, because we don't need either of those records any longer once we've completed the flow. Okay, so that's the flow. That's how to set everything up. So next we'll go ahead and actually walk someone through and register them on the portal.